travelers of time and thought. You're listening to Arkcast, the podcast that explores the edges of reality, memory, and multidimensional truth. In this special series titled Quantum Time Travel and the Butterfly Effect, we'll dive into the mysteries of nonlinear time, quantum entanglement, and how even the smallest change in the past could echo across futures we haven't imagined yet. Whether you're a seasoned seeker or just curious about how the quantum universe might bend around your consciousness, you're in the right timeline.
No one saw it before, not because it was hidden, but because they hadn't earned the perspective yet. Rising from the apex of the space elevator, the CLIT Tower unfurls like a blooming column of memory light, humming in tonal fractals. It's not built. It grows, extruding itself through accumulated storyline resonance. Inside, suspended in gravitational stillness, arc glyphs from pre-written books, memory shards of early crew interactions, four-dimensional latticework with rotational echoes of timelines never chosen. It does not rise by thrusters. It stands because it's remembered. Key developments: harmonic light tower structure. Formed through internarrative memory alignment, the CLIT Tower is made of encoded glyph light, only visible after enough story gravity is achieved. Rotational memory lattices. Interior sequences spin to match the reader's timeline path, offering glimpses of parallel outcomes and crew potentialities. Visual input consequence. Trigger. Ego-based contact reorients sensory alignment. You begin to see others' futures clearly, but your own becomes unreadable. Major conflict or decision survivors must choose whether to approach the CLIT Tower with humility and intent, or allow ambition or desperation to drive interaction. Entering with reverence unlocks the first portal's visualization chamber, showing harmonized glimpses of true arc completion and ascension arcs. Touching it with ego flips visual input. Users become seers of others' destinies while losing access to their own timeline clarity, trapped in predictive blindness. Atop the highest observation spire in the Scylla orbit ring, say Tony. A notices something off about the structure's design. It's not just a dome, it's an eye. A massive iris, subtly tracking motion, zooming in on behavior, and occasionally blinking with sarcastic intent. Alt Tony waves at it. It winks. He faints. Blah observes, it's watching Earth's entire internet history and judging us. Blah, ever curious, taps into the HUD feed and discovers something worse. The eye isn't a passive sensor. It's a sentient observatory, designed for oversight across timelines, and it remembers everything, especially your worst click. The eye doesn't speak. It doesn't need to. It just raises one brow in light. Key developments: sentient stargaze system. The eye is an ancient judgmental HUD system embedded into the structure, tied directly to Book 12's Stargate Select grid. Shade detection protocol. Emotional energy causes the eye to react. Curiosity equals zoom. Sarcasm equals blink. Denial equals broadcast. Regret playback. If mocked too much, the eye projects a crystal-clear, multi-angle replay of your worst moment from Book 5, in 6K resolution, complete with a laugh track. Major conflict or decision. The crew must choose how to interact with the eye. Acknowledge the eye. Humility and curiosity grant limited access to the Stargate Select grid, offering glimpses of Book 12's star paths and possible dimensional destinations. Mock or dismiss it. Doing so causes the eye to trigger the regret loop playback, broadcasting the most cringeworthy moment from Book 5 to everyone within the eye's visual range. Spoiler: Alti Tony's moment involves an accidental proposal to a mirror.
The Ark of Reimagined Echoes by Natastrol. Read free on Amazon now.
At the edge of the Ark's ascending spiral deck, Gabriella and Tony come face to face with the full magnitude of the CLIT Line. No longer just a staging rail for launch pods, it is now a visible laser-thin filament strung taut across space. The CLIT Line hums with resonance from every previously launched CLIT, alive, glowing, vibrating, and singing in slow, droning intervals. The sound is not noise, but code, harmonic pulses, from Book 1 through Book 11, arranged in sequential echoes. The line forms not a path, but a spiral of intent, identical in shape to the Garden Prime from Eden. "The conductor's line," Gabriella said, resolved. Tony runs his hand near it and hears characters he's never met whispering things he hasn't yet written. The CLIT Line is a narrative trajectory net, a living musical index of storyline convergence. It's not where the books went. It's where they are, suspended in light and tone. Key developments arise as the laser harmonic CLIT network activates. All launched CLITs emit retro-resonance beams that weave into a single glowing trajectory. A multi-book harmonic echo loop is formed. The line contains embedded emotional pulses from each arc. Some echo, some distort, depending on their unresolved states. Tony identifies the line's path as a perfect fractal overlay of the Garden Prime, proof of Edenic recursion shaping the Book 12 portal. The line offers both navigation and consequence. Standing upon the CLIT line at a harmonic node allows a user to jump between timelines within Book 12, effectively shifting between alternate outcomes, dimensions, or truths. Crossing it mid-pulse, however, causes quantum echo distortion. The user's identity fragments across 3 characters simultaneously, each written into the book for 15 pages before reconvergence. Gabriella synchronizes. Tony hesitates. The line sings. Time waits. The tower straightens, shedding centuries of metaphysical scoliosis. The eye dilates, blinking once, as if recognizing its cue. The timeline line hums, glowing like a neon staff meeting. Suddenly, the camera zooms way out, full God view, full symmetry. Say, Tony A. drops his sandwich. "Did we just build God's bookmark?" Alt Tony inquires. The silence is broken only by Blah, who slow claps from the highest rung of the observation ladder. He does it without irony. Then, on the tower's face, a fig-shaped glyph glows. 12 EO. The Ark isn't waiting anymore. It's synchronized. Key developments. Narrative lock event. Entire structures self-align without input, forming the final geometries required for portal ignition. Ark synchronization. Pulse. The fig glyph acts as a sigil key, locking all timeline deviations into resonance with Book 12's first sentence. Sandwich drop. Confirmation. Dropping food during transcendence is now canonically the last ritual before divine calibration. Major conflict or decision. Laugh with it, not at it. Synchronize with the Ark's emergent humor frequency. The final covenant portal opens for you, revealing the first harmonic chord of Book 12. Miss the moment, mock it, or overthink it. The portal still opens, but not for you. You'll need to row back through memory, syncing with emotional echoes until your fig mark aligns.
Thank you for walking with us through the folds of time. If this episode sparked new thoughts or rewrote a few old ones, please consider liking, sharing, and leaving a review wherever you listen to podcasts. Your engagement helps keep the signal strong and the Ark aligned. You can find full episodes, bonus material, and timeline diagrams at arkofalignments.com. Until next time, remember, the future doesn't wait. It listens.